Last time out, Tim Smith, the veteran, proved himself once again to be a threat in monster truck racing. That being said, no good deed goes unpunished, as the most punishing aspect of the show is still to come: freestyle. Florida has always been the freestyle state for the long game, and Miami should be no exception after what we saw last time in Tampa. Both Bounty Hunter and Obsession are here to defend their wins from Tampa. Who will wind up victorious on this treacherous track? Find out next on The Long Game.
Who is ready to start Monster Jam right now? Holy this! All right! Who's ready for Monster Jam?
After what must feel like 10 million years too long, the long game is finally back here in Miami, Florida for the freestyle portion of this action-packed event. I'm Jack, joined by Adrian once again on commentary, and we see here there's been a lot of changes to this track since you saw it in racing. A boat's been on the edge of the track, that white box van, you'll see it on the other side of that bus stack with a car next to it. I mean, these guys really have their work cut out for them. What do you think, Adrian?
These drivers have a gauntlet. It's a slick Miami track, 2 double bus stacks, huge racing lanes. I'm excited to see how these drivers attack this track.
Definitely, I know that we'll not be holding back as we get introduced to these drivers in just a moment here. It's going to be an interesting event to say the very least, and it'll be a good time out for Florida. And Dylan Kearns will be starting things off, a Season 1 veteran in Predator from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, followed by Tristan Livdahl on Mountaineer, someone who is a wild freestyler. Hopefully we can end up on all fours by the time his run's over. Austin Dahlgren wants to do better than he did last time. He's in Pastrana 199 out of Illinois.
And coming from north of the border, it's Jaden Green from Toronto, Canada, driving Medusa. Coming from Chicago, Illinois, it's Trevor Michael. He's had some racing success this season, but he's desperate for that freestyle win. Also from Chicago, it's Alec driving Total Chaos out of the Barthel camp.
Vincent Actor, an American Guardian, making his return to the long game, wants to do good in freestyle. And Devon Doss, the Indianapolis freestyle winner, returning in Prowler. He wants to get another win here. Tyler May has done great in racing so far and good in freestyle. And Taz, he wants to pick up a victory here too.
And coming from Maryland, it's Danny Walker in the black and green wrecking machine. He's looking for a win. Hasn't gotten one since Stop 1. Out of Virginia, it's Alex Ferrullo and Team Suzuki. He's been very boom or bust here. Let's see if he can get a win. And finally, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it's Aaron Laurie from the 2 Extreme camp in Iron Outlaw.
Trevor Amos, your points leader right now in Obsession, wants to get another victory in freestyle, and Chadwick Deerfoot, the only people who was able to beat him in racing, is driving Swamp Thing out of Dallas, Georgia. Tim Smith, your racing winner from last time out in Blacksmith, not had a great freestyle season. He wants to do good here. And Chris Poverakis, the second of 2 winners from last time in Tampa, he wants to do good in Bounty Hunter. And you see our order here. It's based on order of elimination in the racing bracket. If you get eliminated first, you go first in freestyle. Very simple. So you see, we're going to start off pretty big here with El Toro Loco and Iron Outlaw. Hopefully, for on their part, it won't be having any first round jitters or going a little bit too early, kind of throwing them off. But here in the long game, I mean, it really doesn't make much of a difference. Guys, they come out here and they run as hard as they can no matter what. And this track, I think they've got their work cut out for them. And Dylan Kearns, we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, first of the 2 cat trucks in this field. You got Prowler and you got Predator. Dylan looking to set the bar high here in freestyle. Looking to line up for that bus. Getting right into the action. Bounces it into a slight slap wheelie there. Looking to maybe combo it up on the bus, and he's going to do that.
Remember, we got a minute and a half on the clock here. 3 judges, all scoring from 1 to 10, looking for these moves he's doing here. He's doing pretty good so far. Right now he's kind of rounding the corners, getting a feel for it. Because he hasn't really been able to see what anybody else has done so far. He doesn't really know how these jumps are going to react. You don't know if you're going to go over it, you're going to go through it. If it'll send you sideways. And now he's taking on the Pro Stadium truck jumps. Nice job there.
He's taking a wide approach to this track, slinging dirt on this Miami track. Headed towards the box van over the bus there. Huge air.
Rips right through that thing like it was made out of paper.
He's going to get another combo off of that bus. Those buses have been his friends so far in freestyle. He's gotten some great air off of them.
He's got a lot of oh, there goes the boat. Right through the boat.
Big sky wheelie, first person to hit it.
He's got a lot of guts here, and he's got some cyclones. There we go. Just keeping the noise levels up, keeping the action going. Another huge wheelie. Hard landing, but he's still going. that's what the judges want to see. They want to see a lot of action, a lot of excitement. Don't give him any reason to get bored or to get quiet.
He's going to have to back it up. That could hurt his momentum a little bit, but I don't see how much considering he got a good slap wheelie leading into it.
Nice air there.
Headed for the racing lane.
Out of shape here.
And he gets the save. Into the wall, though, it looks like.
Those cleats saved him right there. It's a perfect way to end the run. Not a bad run at all there for Kearns.
Yeah, setting the bar high.
Someone who really, wishes he would be here more often on in these events because he's really got what it takes to be a great competitor. Not so much in racing, but freestyle for sure. And he just proved it right there. We'll see where the judges go here because you don't want to, give too high of a score too early. But man, that was a great freestyle from Kearns.
Yeah, a lot of highlights involving wheelies. It seems that he spent more time on 2 wheels than 4, and it's going to be a 21 out of 30 to start freestyle.
Only a 21, but I guess these judges have high hopes here. What they saw last time out. Trevor Michael could be answering those hopes.
Yeah, he's had some great racing success this season. He's gone down in heartbreak a few stops, but he's really looking for that big marquee freestyle run of the season here, and he's headed for the bus to start off, it looks like, similarly to how Dylan did. And he gets huge air over the box fan.
Yeah, I think we know what the theme's going to be here tonight. That jump holds together. He goes right through the rest of that boat. Yeah, Trevor Michael, I mean, it's been a little bit tough for him because he's kind of inheriting a truck that was already being driven. It wasn't that many events so far, so he's had to come a bit of an uphill slope here, starting halfway through the season in this truck. And he's not holding back at all.
Yeah, we're already seeing how this mud is affecting some of our drivers, with 2 drivers now sliding kind of towards the perimeter of the track. And the name of the game here today is going to be keeping it away from those borders of the track.
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, the dirt here, it's a lot slicker in Miami. Just the He's
going to stuff it into that van. He's going to be able to keep going, though. Heads right for the boat. No time wasted.
Try to recover from that one for sure. Yeah, but it's definitely a lot slicker dirt out here. Tougher for these guys to really get a lot of grip. I think it helps when these guys have a lot of momentum. As soon as I say that, he's about to roll over, and he's over.
Tried to get it stopped before hitting the grass there. Couldn't quite do it. His momentum carried him onto the grass, and that's going to end the run. He's got some great highlights for what was there, though. He's got a huge air to start off his run. Then he was able to hit the racing lanes there. Pretty good highlights for what was there, but I don't see how it's going to take the lead with the time that he left on the clock.
Yeah, I was just saying that these guys, this slick track helps the guys who drive a little bit crazier, because it is a lot more forgiving. But right here, he hits the cars at a weird angle. It's a bad bounce, and it's going to be a 19, but not going to take the lead here. He goes over with a minute into the run. So we'll see where things can go here. I mean, this is a pretty barren track. But we'll see how these guys can make up for it. As Laurie blasts his way onto the track here. I mean, he almost touched the sky cam on that one.
Yeah, one of the winningest drivers in the circuit here. If anybody knows how to keep up pace in a freestyle on a muddy track like this, it's going to be Aaron Laurie. Heading for the combo wheelies into the bus.
Yeah, Aaron hasn't had the most luck in the long game, but in every other league he's in, whether it's NAMT or SMR, he's always been a heavy hitter. He has built a reputation up for a reason.
He's part of the 2 Extreme camp. He saw his teammate Chris win freestyle last time out. He'd love to get one for himself here.
Yeah, he went over way too early in Tampa, and he wants to make up for it.
Hits the boat kind of sideways there, going over the bus in a wheelie, kind of falling off the side into another wheelie.
It's a risky move he pulled there, very gutsy. Wheeling toward other obstacles is always something that's a big risk here. You always got to watch where you're landing, and look at this. He jumps over the bus from the cars.
Lands on the nose there, is able to keep it under control. Headed towards the boat, big sky wheelie, arguably the biggest air we've seen all night off of that ramp.
Walks all the way down. I think we got a new leader here. If he can fill this time, for sure.
The beginning of this run, he was very air-oriented, but now he's heading toward the boat again in another combo.
Man.
He's got some great technicality in this run. He's going to slap the dumpster a little bit, but shouldn't hurt him too much.
We'll see how he can finish it. You never know. Oh, he's going from the boat to the bus.
A lot of crossthreads in this run. That's going to fill the clock.
He might have one more move left in him. I'm not sure. No, I think that's it here. Aaron Laurie. I mean, a controlled chaos run in a nutshell. I mean, the air he got is spectacular. The saves were good. The wheelies are good. And it's just the creativity here. I mean, he just cut this track every which way. Like I said, it's very barren, very forgiving. At least it should be. and he really utilized it the most. We're going to see where the judges go here because I think they were being a little conservative early on. I mean, Aaron Laurie really proved himself here, and he's proven to be a wild freestyler. Just the luck was on his side this time.
Yeah, a lot of cross threads, just a myriad of them. Hitting jumps in ways that we haven't seen yet. That's going to get him a 27.
27.
9s across the board.
The question is, who's going to be able to top that? That's going to be the third person out here. I mean, the door's still wide open in a way because, through a sheer war of attrition, I mean, someone's going to have to beat those 3 points that are still left. We'll see.
Let's see if it can go to Canada.
Nice here.
Down south in Florida is a driver from Toronto, Jaden Green. He got a nice parking to start off that run.
Yeah, he probably showed up here. He probably showed up here expecting an Australian winter, and not quite here.
Yeah, he's definitely getting focused on the technicality. He's got 2 really good wheelies to start off his run. Almost getting into trouble there off the boat, but it's not going to hurt him at all. Having to back up.
There you
he
go.
gets fantastic air off that box truck into the bus. Kind of combos it off the side of the boat there. He's keeping up good momentum. Not quite as good as the momentum that we saw from Aaron, but he's hitting every jump on the track so far.
Yeah, as much as he's taking a lot of risks, he's also playing it pretty safe here because he's really getting a lot of good momentum. Nice launch there on the bus. Oh.
It's a slap wheelie. Hard bounce into the slap wheelie. And he's going to pocket it into the boat.
A real gutsy move there. He bounced up and just forced that truck to do a little... Oh, look at this. Cyclones.
Swinging it into some short little cyclones there, getting back into the action with the boat.
Not too bad there from Jaden Green.
That boat seems to be a fan favorite. Every driver that's came out so far has made sure to hit it in their run. He's kind of gliding over the cars there, and this is trouble. Over.
I mean, he's lands on all 4 wheels, but that truck's not going anywhere anytime soon. He really... it was pretty lucky roll there. He mostly landed on the tires, but spectacular landing to a pretty decent freestyle. I don't think it's going to be the lead, though. This is not quite winning material here out of Jaden Green, but he's taking this truck very well. Originally, Anthony J. Malone was the driver. Now Jaden Green's here, and he's proven himself to be a very good freestyler.
Yeah, this run had a lot of wheelies in it. Arguably, the 3 best wheelies that we've seen all night were done by Jaden Green in this run. Here's one of them. He had a hard hit, got it into a slap wheelie, and used the boat to his advantage after it. Good run from Jaden. Don't see it taking the lead, but definitely a good run. Yeah,
you see, he walks it all the way through here, and this is the moment where you don't want to hit those cars crossed up because only being 19. Wow, only 19 there for Medusa.
It's going to tie Trevor Michael. Both runs good in their own right. Not going to take the lead away from Aaron Laurie, though.
Austin Dahlgren wants to make up for last time. He didn't really do a bad job last time in freestyle, but he wants to do better because he has a lot of experience, a lot of pride too. A lot of pride here with these guys. They want to come out here and really showcase themselves because it's hard to get into these events. Oh, he could be over here. No.
Boss Travis Pastrana's got to be in his ear telling him to throw down. He doesn't want to see another run that ends shortly like we saw last time out. That's going to be nice there over the bus.
Definitely some nice. And only dodge here on the track, and really in this entire league.
Yeah, they're few and far between with dodges, but Dahlgren's doing a good job representing them. It's a nice little save there. Stopped it before the bus.
Making the moves that he can do. I mean, he's only got so much to work with here, and he's got to really get creative because of what we've seen so far. I mean, it's hard to get creative when there's so little to work with.
He's going to get a huge crossthread onto the cars. Really risky maneuver, but it works out for him well.
It does. As you see, he's making his way around. He's going back for that boat.
That's going to be a big hit off the boat. Kind of combos it up into the bus stack there. Looked to be getting a slap. We're trying to get a slap wheelie, but it didn't quite work out for him, but he got a great combo off the bus.
Look out here. Really getting over on those cars. Can you roll it? No.
Going to head into the grass, and that's going to be an RII.
Yeah, you can't tear up the turf here in Miami. Doesn't matter where you are. They're visual checking to make sure nothing's too damaged. And it looks like it's all right. I think he's going to be able to keep going. He's got 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that going out of bounds there is going to hurt his momentum a little bit, but he's capable of bringing it right back. And he's going to do that with the bus here.
There we go. Page out of Aaron Laurie's book there. Look out, 2 wheels.
He's on 2 wheels.
Nice.
Gets a stop before the grass. Looks like he learned his lesson there when he went out of bounds.
Uh-oh. You gotta be careful with those little jumps there because, I mean, we've seen plenty of times with those guys that they just skip over them like a rock. And look at this. Big wheelie. Oh, man. Can he save it? No. Oh. Oh, there we are. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Right as time expires, rolls it onto the bus and rolls back off. He had the sky wheelie, landed on the rear, and it sent him for a ride there. We got a lot of highlights in this run, just a litany of them. Huge air hits. This cross third right here that got him into some trouble, but arguably the move of the night in his run.
I like this too. I mean, Aaron, there's a lot of structure in that boat. As much as it's made out of wood, he really nailed it in this big wheelie here. I mean, I don't even know how you describe this run to someone who hasn't seen it before, because he lands here, gets up on the nose, pulls out on one wheel, jams it right into the bus, and he's going to go to second place here. I think deservedly so. Manages to flop down onto all four wheels. So, hey, Austin has nothing to be ashamed about here. This is a great freestyle. I think he's going to go home happy.
Next up is the elder statesman of the community. It's Chadwick Deerfoot driving Swamp Thing. He's had a good season so far, but it's been semi-charmed. He's had some bad events, had some good events, looking to really throw down here in Miami. Headed for the boat first hit.
Oh, that's not good.
And
he's going over.
Be trouble right away.
Right away. He goes over into the... That's going to be the end of his night. I don't know if that's what he wanted to do or not, but that's what he got.
Yeah, a bit of commentator's curse heading over on the first hit. Just right as he grazed the top of that bus, it caught him right away, and it bounced him onto the rear, truck twisting in midair onto the turf, into the wall, and just a violent wreck for Chadwick Deerfoot.
We've got a 3 for effort, I can tell you that much, but yeah, I mean, I assume he had to go home very early for something. He didn't want to spend too much time on the track. Any more seconds than he didn't need to spend, he wasn't willing to. And now, Tristan Livdahl, I mean, in Tampa, he really put on probably the best freestyle I've seen out of him, but a blown tire is what cost him. It flipped him over onto his roof on a landing. So hopefully, for his sake, he can last longer in this run. If he hits land jumps like this the whole time, maybe he won't be able to. Oh!
Hard landing onto the side. Mountaineer, one of the most popular trucks in the long game. A lot of Mountaineer fans in the stands.
Absolutely. It's one of the most desirable trucks in the long game, easily. And Tristan's very lucky to have gotten it.
Yeah, Tristan's showing it off right away with 2 great big air hits. A slinging mud around the stadium there, that turn.
Did you know this truck is also hand-painted, painstakingly painted that Mountaineer logo on there, and it's always a short every single show, so we'll see what happens here.
Yep, keeping it away from that dumpster, it almost caught him there, but he keeps it off, kind of walking it over the bus there, into a slap, really. That was nice.
Couldn't ride it out, though, but that was kind of interesting. I've seen a lot of guys start to do that, where they'll really hit the brakes as soon as they start to hit over a jump, and they kind of walk it over the stack on their own.
What a combo there. Huge air into the bus. It kind of bounced him into the bus. He had no choice but to hit it, and it worked out really well for him there.
He's going for the win here, I can tell you that much. Whether he can get it remains to be seen. He's really putting this truck to the test.
That's now 2 hard hits he's had on the right, but it's not seeming to affect him at all. He's
man.
Great air in this run. He hasn't slowed down a bit.
Oh, man. And he's not going to shut him off. Perfect maneuvering there for Tristan Livdahl. He managed to keep that truck from going over even on the grass. Oh, no. Oh,
and it's going to bite him there.
Man, that was a tough landing.
The rear wheel just caught the end of that bus there, and it sent him for a ride. Hard landing, but he's going to nearly fill time, and he's got a myriad of highlights here. Huge air. This was the first hit of the run. Landed tough on the right side. Didn't hurt him at all. After that, it was more huge air. Not much for technicality's sake, but he had a really good wow factor with that save, getting it stopped before the turf. Pretty good momentum. It's a great run from Tristan. Don't think it'll be enough to take the lead, but still a great run from Tristan. He should be very happy with what he put out here today.
Yeah, this save here was really spectacular because he gets on 2 wheels and manages to kind of pivot on that left front and kind of keep that thing from going onto the grass. I think it's more than 2 tires and on the grass is where they shut you off. And yeah, unfortunately, that bus just caught him. 23. I'm surprised that's a pretty low score, but hey, Tristan, if he gave it his all here, and he has a run to be satisfied with for sure.
That's going to put him in 3rd place. Excellent run there. Here's Devon Doss, the second of the 2 cat trucks today. Devon Doss already with a win under his belt this season, looking to make it 2. a nice little wheelie off the cars to start off. Many people have kind of gone for the air approach with their first hit. Devon Doss looking for a wheelie, and it worked out well there.
Up and over the bus here. Look out here. Oh, no. No, he's over.
He really tried for that save. The wheel caught grip. He almost was able to get it, but the nose pick right there sent him for a ride there, and it was all over. Not going to be the second win that he was looking for. It's going to, I would assume, be pretty low scores, but good start from Devon Doss. It just didn't last the full minute and a half, and that's going to be what bites him. It's a score of an 11, so it's going to put him into second to last. It's not going to quite put him into last, but Devon Doss definitely looking for something more, unfortunately.
Yeah, disappointing that there for Devon. Hopefully Chris P can try to defend his freestyle from Tampa. I know he really wants to. I mean, that win meant a lot to him. But, you know, it seems like with these buses, it seems like maybe the vans are getting crushed down a bit, so those buses are kind of staying where they're at, and they don't want to give. So that's what's keeping these trucks hung up. We saw it 2 runs in a row with trucks getting hung up on the bus. Yeah.
Chris P, the second out of the 2-2 Extreme camp, looking to dethrone the other 2-2 Extreme truck in this show. It's going to be Aaron Laurie in Iron Outlaw.
Oh, he's going to happen to him too. He's over. He's over.
These buses are vicious. That's now the third time tonight, actually, that they've bitten the driver here.
In a row.
Yeah, in a row. Chris P falling victim to these buses. And like Jack said, you can tell these vans, these cars are getting crushed down, but these buses are made of like tough material. They're sticking together and proving to be very annoying for these drivers. It's going to be an 11. This is going to tie the truck who went out before him in Devon Doss and Prowler.
Well, hopefully the same luck does not curse Trevor Amos. Usually it does not. Really the highest level competitor we have here in the long game. Someone who, I don't know if anyone would expect him to be doing so well, but I mean, you know, 2/3 of the way through the season, he's going to be the points champion, I would say, unless he stops competing right now, and I don't think he will.
Known as much more of a racer, but he showed that's not just what he's capable of last time out with that win. Looking to make it 2 in a row here, and he's got a huge hit over the bus.
Well, Amos's downfall really is himself, because he's red lighted in 2 events in a row, I believe, and it's not the only 10 times he's done it. So really, when he's not winning, he's losing to himself. But in freestyle, he can be kind of hit or miss. In Toronto, he didn't do very well, and Indy didn't do very well. But last time he won. So really, it's a matter of whether you can do things like that to really make things work for him. And he's going to try and take out that 27 if it means wrecking this truck.
Yep. Had a semi-charmed life at the light, like you said, but here in freestyle, he's just going to go all out.
I like that. Lands on those cars like a big cushion.
Yeah. Crushing all of them. Got a lot of car crushing action there for Trevor. First time we've really seen somebody land in a wheelie on those cars.
There we go. He likes to do those cross threads. They've bitten him a couple times, but here it worked out for him.
Slinging dirt around, looking for the bread van, it looks like, and he's going to get some huge air off of that. And a nose pick. Doesn't hurt him too bad. He keeps going into the boat, kind of twisting over it. Haven't really seen anything like that tonight.
Oh, look at this, look at this. Oh, man. Stuffs it right in the bus, he's over.
That's going to be a violent wreck.
Right as time expired,
though.
I mean, the momentum that got carried in that. I mean, I don't know how you explain that to a physics teacher, but right now, I mean, I'm not sure where they're just going to go here, because with this kind of a run, I mean, it was everything you wanted to see. I think that maybe there wasn't enough creativity, maybe not enough huge moves, but Amos played it pretty safe while doing his crazy moves. So, I mean, it's tough to say here. I'm surprised the truck even held together on this hit. Just absolutely stuffs the front end in the ground. A brutal, brutal hit, but hey, it kept moving, and he kept trying to whip it into different directions, but one too many here. The tire smashes right in that bus. Didn't want to move. So that's 4 runs in a row where the bus claims somebody, and that's not going to be the lead. It's going to be a second place.
Harping back to what you said about his transition pieces in between the jumps, if there was ever a book to be written about momentum, Trevor just wrote it with that run. Fantastic momentum in that run, but here's Danny Walker in the black and green wrecking machine. Had some great success this season. Hasn't really been able to win anything since stop 1, though. Looking to get another win here in Gravedigger, and he's going to start off extremely creative start with these wheelies over these rollers here.
Beautiful job there. Yeah, Danny has really started off strong. He's the reigning points champion, as well as a freestyle champion. but the problem is that Freestyle has not been his friend since about Atlanta, I'd say. Even in Phoenix, just, only 2 events aside, he's really struggled to keep his truck under control. And even, do well in racing, he's not quite living up to the hype. Not to just bury Danny here. He is an incredible driver, but he chose this truck for a reason. He wants to challenge himself, and hopefully he can withstand the full time. He's made it halfway through the run so far.
I liken him to kind of the Iron Man of the long game. He's going to show up every week, and he's going to give you some fantastic moves in freestyle. Even if it doesn't win, he's still going to walk out of there successful in how many points he gets out of the event, and that's going to be a nice hit over the bus. Haven't really seen anybody get that much aero off it from that side, which kind of going to do well in the judges' eyes.
Oh, look out. Save it, yeah.
Going to be a nose pick forced by that bus, but
and
that one does not bite him into some cyclones.
Wow. I mean, look at this.
He is just filling this run with wheelies, and they've all been like super creative. He's been threading the needle on that ramp, and it's going to be a sky wheelie.
That's it.
And that's going to bite him.
That's it.
That truck twisted in the air, and as he was coming down, you could tell there was nothing he could do. It was going to be over as soon as he landed, and it was. But for what was there, a fantastic run. Yeah, no more creative start in this event than this so far. Using the rollers in a way we haven't really seen. Got some great air off of that bus there.
It helps having a truck that's very squirrely and has a high center of gravity, but I mean, the way he assaulted these obstacles here, just getting on 2 wheels, moving into a jump, moving into a save, moving into a donut, I mean, this is the Danny Walker we kind of expect to see, because this truck has not been his friend so far this season. And even that being said, he's top 3 in points, so I mean, he can't be too upset about it. He's going to tie with Trevor Amos.
Threaded the needle on that wheelie in the bus car. That was a very unrecognized hit that I really like. Here's Vincent Actor.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting the flames out of the back of the truck to start off. That's something that only his truck can do with the American Guardian, and he's used it to entertain these fans. Got a nice air over the bus there.
Well, Vincent's a good example of a creative freestyler too, because he'll always kind of try and thread the needle and do things a little bit differently. He never really likes to play by other people's strategies in freestyle. He's always kind of doing his own thing. So we'll see what he can do here. We have not seen him in a long time. So hopefully, for his sake, he can make up a lot of points here.
Yeah, and like you said about doing his own thing, if there's anything that can impress these judges and give anybody the possibility of getting a 28 or higher, it's doing things that we haven't seen. Using those rollers to his advantage there to get a nice wheelie there is one of those things.
Some big air there, and the flames coming out. He's got a switch in there to shoot those flames out. It's not an actual jet engine, but pretty cool if it was.
Gonna hit that bus from the side there. Haven't really seen that.
Look at this. He just tail whipped those cars.
Yeah, it's gonna grab the rear and kind of whip it around. Headed towards the bus there. He's almost gonna glide over them into a slap wheelie. That was nice. On one wheel.
Differential lockers coming into play there.
Headed towards the box truck, and the bus is gonna hit somebody or bite somebody again.
No, it didn't.
Almost,
Two wheels. He's gonna save it. He shut him off there. We'll see if he can keep going. I mean, he got pretty lucky on that bus hit. He landed right on the cars and stuffed it into the cars. They kind of gave way. We'll see if he can go. He's gonna keep going.
That RAI happened with about 2 seconds left. Gonna send it into some cyclones to end the time. I'm not sure if it'll take the lead, but if there was a driver to slow down a run, that was the run. It's gonna be another save after time expires.
Didn't count, but I mean, what an amazing freestyle for American Garden. That might be the lead. I'm not sure. We'll find out, because some good saves there, some great control over the truck. I mean, just the showmanship we're seeing here tonight is really incredible, because these guys, they've gotten to know these trucks for a while. They're starting to really get a feel for how they're supposed to handle and how they're supposed to control them, and to see them using them to their advantage, it makes a lot of sense, and it's really going to help them as the season comes to a close.
Yeah, Bus grabbed the rear there, narrowly escaped ending his run there, but here's the save that had everybody on their feet.
I mean, it's just the most unlikely save you've ever seen. He loves the slide, so he's going to go into second place here, only 1 point off. So, with that being said, it's going to take a lot to beat Aaron Laurie, and I don't know who's going to do it. There's not a lot of trucks left to do it.
If anybody can do it, it's this guy. Arguably one of the most creative, if not the most creative drivers in the circuit. It's Chris Bialik in Total Chaos. He's had some great runs this season for the Brian Barthel's team, and he's headed towards the boat. They're getting a slap wheelie out of it.
There we go. He likes doing the wheelies, and he's doing one right there over that bus. Oh, look at this. He's doing what Danny was doing.
Going the opposite direction, though.
Yeah.
Chris Bialik, while he is a master of technicality, his momentum cannot go understated. And we're seeing that in these first 30 seconds here, just keeping up momentum, great hits, transitions in between hits. He's really taking a bunch of combos, using this track to its fullest extent. Sort of a 1-2 punch with that wheelie there. It forced him onto the rear whether he wanted to go there or not, and he used it to his advantage there. That was a nice hit.
Yeah, he's doing what he can with this course. Kind of goes right through the middle there. Keeping the speed up, but not so much those spectacular moves, but that should be one.
Gonna kind of fall off the side of that bus there. Something we haven't really seen. He's on to 2 wheels.
Nice job. Saves it. Truck shut off there. Well, we'll see. Might be getting a little too out of control here. The officials are going to decide what to do with this freestyle. He might be able to go again. Not too egregious. He's fired up again. He's going. He's going to move that truck and hopefully freestyle.
Had some great momentum in the run, but this RAI is going to hurt his momentum a little bit, so he's got to take it upon himself to get right back into the action here to give these judges something to remember to close out the run.
That should do it right there. Uh-oh.
That's trouble.
No, he's going to save it now.
And that's going to do it. Second time we've seen somebody try to cross right onto the bus, and once again, those buses are tough. If you hit them, they're going to hit you right back.
I mean, almost every single freestyle here tonight has ended because of a bus if it was going to end prematurely. And we see it right there with Chris Bialik, who, I mean, he did a great job last time we saw him in freestyle. He's not afraid to go out and be there and be creative, but I mean, with this type of track, it's just tough because his jumps are so angular and they're so they're not really constructed for smooth transitions. But these guys are using it to their advantage. And I love this slap wheel here because this truck's a bit stiffer in the front end. It has a bit more bounce back to it. And I mean, this is an unfortunate thing that if he hadn't caught that bus, he'd be in perfect shape. But just kind of spun out in all kinds of different directions, and only be a 23 there for Chris Bialik.
Yeah, nice run, but left a little bit of time on the clock. I don't know if it would have taken the lead anyway, but here comes Tyler May and Taz.
There we go. Why
More
not start
huge air off of those buses. We've seen a bunch of drivers get just great air off of those buses. That's some of the best air we've seen on them all night. Tyler May, veteran in the game, has some of the most success out of anybody in this circuit, and he's looking to represent Team Gravedigger proud in the Taz truck. Not quite an actual Gravedigger, but got the Taz body on it, representing Warner Brothers.
Starting off strong right now. I mean, he's got to pick up the momentum though. He's got a minute left, and it might seem like forever for some of these drivers, but it can go away pretty quickly.
That was a nice hit. He wheelied into the ramp and kind of grazed at the top of that bus after he wheelied into it.
Nice job.
Maybe a side slap there, but he's going to keep it under control. We've seen some drivers kind of overcompensate for landing on the side there, but he's able to keep it under control with his years of experience. Kind of hits the side of that boat there.
Nice air over the cars. He's kind of playing it safe here because, I mean, maybe he's afraid to crash the truck, I'm not sure. But, I mean, he's getting the most out of the least in some of these jumps, and a lot of side slaps. He's probably going to have to avoid that because that could easily send you over if you do it too hard.
Yep, and he's, it looks like he's going to fill the clock, and, you know, maybe that's what some of these guys came in here trying to do, and maybe not looking necessarily for the win, but just to get some nice points on the board and looking, ironically, for the long game, trying to get the most points.
There we go.
Now that's something we haven't seen all night. I think it's after time expired, but we have not seen a reverse move all night, so that maybe could affect the judges even after the run is over.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I mean, it's unfortunate that we look at Tyler's freestyle and we say, it was pretty good. It was a great run. The thing is, the bar's been set so high that what would otherwise be a great run seems a bit pedestrian in comparison. So he did the best that he could. I mean, as much as he had these hard side slaps, that truck is as clean as a whistle coming out of the stadium here. One of the few people who can say he can drive it out in one piece. And this finish was good here, but I don't think the judge is going to count it. And yeah, it's only be a 23. So for everything Tyler did, it's a great run, but it's not going to be enough to take the lead. I mean, that 27 still stands tall over everybody else.
Here comes Alex Ferrullo. This season has been nothing but boom or bust for him, and he lost in the finals, so he's looking to kind of get that freestyle win to maybe even it out. He wants a win desperately, but like I said, this season's been really tough for him. He hasn't been able to fill time in every stop, but when he has been able to get some good points on the board, they've been great runs. And headed towards the racing lane here, already keeping up some great momentum in that Team Suzuki truck.
Yeah, Alex is a ferocious driver, especially in racing. I mean, he really proves himself day in and day out. But like I said, filling time in freestyle has always been his curse. He can never really do it. And it looks like he's going over here. He's going over.
Bit of commentator's curse there. The boat just bit him. We've seen that boat prove for some great hits all night, but that was not one of them. It grabbed his rear and sent him towards the wall. He had to get it stopped. Couldn't quite get it stopped in time to save it, and it was all over but the crying there for Alex Ferrullo.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, he is in the top 10 in points. He has nothing to be ashamed about in terms of that, but just a weird landing here. He probably could have saved it, but he was on the brakes with that dumpster in the way. And yeah, he's rolling over with a score of 15. So, I mean, we have one more truck to go. Who knows what's going to happen here with Tim Smith? Is he going to be able to beat that 27? I don't know if he can.
Yeah, longest tenure driver in this entire competition here tonight. If anybody's capable of just putting down a good run and keeping everything under control, it's this guy. He's got 12 years of experience. He knows this game like the back of his hand, and he's headed into the boat.
Well, he's really been an incredible comeback because he seemed like sort of a sleepy veteran early on. He would tell you that, but I mean, he's come back finals in 2 events, won this current one. So we'll see. He does say he's not a freestyle guy, but I mean, the door is still pretty wide open here. 3 points to work with. Usually there's none to work with. Saving it? No, he's over.
Just a really awkward hit off of those cars, and they bit him. Haven't really seen anybody hit the cars from the side, and I guess that's why. They just really put him in a tough spot there, and he couldn't get out of it. He tried to avoid getting into the grass there, but it ended up being his downfall. Nice highlights for what was there, though. He had that wheelie, had some nice air over the bus here, but short run for Tim Smith to end our competition. Definitely not what he wanted here in Miami.
Yeah, Tim Smith can't go home sad, though. He got an incredible, heartfelt racing victory here. Everyone was happy to see, even though he has a 13 here. I mean, 2 veterans winning here tonight. Aaron Laurie picking up his very first freestyle victory here in the long game. Well-deserved. And, hey, that's a top 4 that I would expect to see to any event. So all these guys should be proud here. It's a tough track. Very tough track here. You know, unfortunately, a lot of early rollovers, a lot of early breaks, but you know that breaks. That's what happens. So with that being said, Aaron Laurie really did good for himself tonight. And we take a look at our points here in a second. Obsession still on top. Blacksmith in the top 8. How about that? Tim Smith in the top 8 for the first time. So a great job there, and Vincent's back there as well. So I mean, it's really just a matter of showing up, making sure to be here, making sure to do a good job, and hopefully any one of these 16 guys will be in the World Finals. What do you think about this show, Adrian?
Yeah, for those taking count, that's now back-to-back wins for Team 2 Extreme. They've had an excellent showing these last few weeks. Those 2 buses proved to be brutal to these drivers, catching multiple drivers, but a tough freestyle track, and the toughest survived. Aaron Laurie, absolute Iron Man of the sport, put down a great run early on in the competition, and it held tough throughout the entire show.
All roads lead to Las Vegas, the official destination of the Long Game World Finals 2. I hope to see you there on this channel. And what an incredible night of racing it has been here in Miami. The Florida Tour is over with Tim Smith winning racing Eric and Laurie win in freestyle. And if you want to check out our official sponsor for the long game, go to simmonsters.com in the long game section to find out results and news. And join our Discord server. Meet us on there. You can check us out at this link right here. Subscribe to the channel for more TLG content. I'm Jack, and we'll see you next time.